Hello, bright and shiny beacons of light. I'm Michael Sandler, your host on Inspire Nation. Boy, do we have a special show for you here tonight. We are going to be doing a channeling with Archangel Michael. We're going to be looking at the energies of December. We're going to be looking at what you're feeling and experiencing right now, why the times are so topsy-turvy, what we can see coming ahead, both in this month and in coming months, and what we get to do about it, what we can do about it, what we're empowered to do about it. Yes, I have my phone by my side. I tried to turn down the volume. It is not agreeing with me this evening. Energetically, and yes, potentially electronically, these are very interesting times. And I'm going to share, as I always do, a bit from the heart. Actually, I share a lot from the heart. But let me explain first off how a channeling goes and what we're going to do here tonight. So what I do before an event like this is I go into my automatic writing. And in my automatic writing, and it's something I teach, I'm not trying to promote it here tonight, but in my automatic writing, I connect with angels and guides or loved ones, or in this case, once a month at least, Archangel Michael, and I say, what's going on and what do I need to know? And I get this entire teaching that you'll get here this evening. So I get the teaching first, then I review it, then I give it to my team to clean up, and then I review it again as I'm talking with you. So this is both a live channeling and it is a learning from what I was given earlier. Sometimes it's hard to tell what's coming from me and what's coming from Archangel Michael while I'm doing this. I am not a trance channel. I don't play one on TV. I am not the guy who's going, and what I would like to tell you, dear ones, that's not my my bag, baby. That's not my game. Instead, I read to you what I have. I listen. I make changes accordingly, sometimes having discussions out loud or certainly in my head, and I share all of that with you. I also like to share story, and I never share story that's just, I want to talk about me. It always has to do with the energy that's going on and always comes back to the teaching. So right now, first off, I got some crazy news about 10 minutes ago, right before I went on air, and I get to process that, and I get to drop down. In fact, we all get to drop down in a moment. And it has been a wild ride of a day. I don't know if you've been experiencing that too, but that is the energy of December right now. It is getting information we never expected, information we never hoped we'd get, information coming to us, which kind of makes us explode out of our minds. But it's actually for our highest good. So before we dive into this, I want us to go to the breath. I want us to be able to ground in, because I am not just about giving you advice from the angels and guides. I'm not about that as much as I am helping us ground down, root in, find our own energies through this time, and really set ourselves free. That's what this is all about. So first off, I'm going to pull up the chat comments to where I'm able to read them. I think that will do it right there. All right, hold on here. Almost done there to where I can actually read the notes. You see the screen changes once I start. And you have to make sure everything is aligned. Alignment is important. All right, let's go to the breath for 1 minute, shall we? It is so hard to find our breath these days. In fact, I was at the neurochiropractor earlier today working on concussion healing. And he's going blink into me. Specific nerve is going to my brain, and I'm going, and he's going, breathe. That is perhaps the most important and great guidance, important thing we can do right now. So what I'd like you to do, we're going to do this along together. Just going to do 3 deep breaths, in through the nose and out through the nose, which triggers a rest and relax parasympathetic response. What does that mean? It means it takes you out of the fight or flight that we are all experiencing at this time, especially if the gnats have come out to play this evening. All right, so we're going to take a nice deep breath in through the nose, down to the belly, and out through the nose. In and out. In and out. One more time. In and out. Very good. Can you feel how that shifts the energy? It shifts the energy for me, for you. I would say in this room. What is this room? This room is everybody who is watching or listening to this, certainly, but also the room of humanity all around us. Michael, do we make that big of a difference just by focusing on our breaths? Oh, you'd better believe it. So there's so much to talk about what's going on in the world today. But if you take one thing away from this, I'm going to give you some practical advice here tonight, and we're going to do a Q&A, and we're going to do one heck of a cool meditation at the end, a channeled meditation, meaning I don't know what it's going to be yet. But if you're to take one thing away from this is a time of empowerment. Despite anything you're seeing, despite anything you're hearing, despite certainly what you're feeling, it's being fed to you by the matrix, by the powers that be. I'm not a conspiracy guy. I'm not they're out to get us, good versus bad, dark versus light. I believe we're ascending and we're doing an awesome job with some horrific challenges in the middle of it, all here to help us. I see only goodness, godliness, or greatness coming our way. So I'm going to go into the channeling right now, but I want you to know just how empowered you are, just how positive these times can be, and just how much goodness, true goodness, is coming your way. And I see here, Bellow Heart started a second shift, was able to make it for the show live. Woohoo! Bellow, how does it get any better than this? All right. What is December? What is this month we're facing? And does it have crazy energy? Oh my God, it has crazy energy. We are not escaping the grip of Looney Tunes right now. In fact, the Looney Tunes will accelerate. But it will accelerate to help humanity to pop. Not a bad pop, but a good pop. A pop of mobilizing youth. A pop of mobilizing, I want to say the social strata. We are at a time in the history of humanity. I don't know if humanity has ever been here before. We are being tamped down so much. We can talk about the Dark Ages. We can talk about the church. We can talk about all of these things. But never has there been such a, I want to say, technological effort through disinformation and all sorts of things to tamp us down as we're coming into our own. And I want you to know your neighbor loves you. Your neighbors love you. We may be stressed to the hill, but the amount of goodwill that's out there right now, despite everything you read, despite everything you hear, is huge. Do not discount it for a minute. Do not think for a moment we are doomed. We are the opposite of doomed. We are on fire, coming into the light, special, great, amazing, incredible, incroyable. That is who and what you are. All right, let's dive into this. I started my automatic writing with Archangel Michael this morning. And it started with, is it a month of balances? And I'm told yes, even though it's the darkest time of the year in the northern hemisphere, it's also the lightest time of the year in the southern hemisphere. It is a time to go both inwards and outwards, up and down. That's grounding. And where the seesaw of the world will be felt quite heavily. We are all seesawing, individually and collectively. I'm going this way. I'm going that way. I need to do this. I want to do that. And we are going back and forth and back and forth. And it is easy to be toppled or capitulated by those energies. Don't fall for it. On top of that, it is a time of, well, let's be honest, U.S. expansion, or seriously, the art of the deal. I don't know what's going on. I'm not a politician, and I ain't about anything but love for anyone. So in the U.S. here, we got Venezuela, which is going to be a huge deal. But it's also, so that's part of the expansion, it is also a time of processing the Epstein files, processing what's been hidden under the carpet, processing of all sorts of illegal activities coming up. Ultimately, individually and collectively, and we have a show with Dr. Michael Lennox. I believe it comes out in 2 weeks. An astrology show talking about not sure if it's the Venus or the Saturn return of the U.S. No, it's neither of those. It is the stars aligning in the U.S. the way they did at the time of independence, when we said all men are created equal, when the people who wrote all men are created equal had slaves. Everything that's pushed under the carpet is coming back up right now to be healed, individually and collectively. And so you and I are processing really deep shadow wounds right now. That's not a bad thing. That's not even a good thing. That is a great, magnificent, and awesome. That's a woohoo of a thing. Michael, you're woohooing about processing shadow wounds, even though it could be bringing us to our knees. Yeah, I'm one of the first to be brought to my knees right now. I'm not competing, but I'm there with you, to say the least. It is the darkest time of the year, ta-da, in the north. But that simply means that what's been hidden from us and hidden inside of us is the easiest to see. I've got these lights behind me, tiny little LEDs. In the daytime, you don't even know these lights are on, even if you're staring at them right here. But these lights at this time of the night in the darkness are beautiful and crazy easy to see. That's the biggest theme of this month. The biggest theme of December is that which has once been hidden will finally come out to play. That's a great thing, a truly great thing. And it all begins with the supermoon this Thursday. So the moon is usually, see if I get my math right, I think it's about 237,000 miles away. Might be like 237,900, but it's about 238,000 miles away. And for the full moon, the last, I think, in 3 supermoons, this Thursday, it will be 17 or so thousand miles closer, basically 10% closer. We are going to feel 10% more power from the moon. There is going to be 10% more light of the moon at a time when even the tiniest of lights can be seen. That is huge. And that moon will illuminate the darkness and shake things loose from the tree of the subconscious, from the tree of humanity, certainly from the tree of the U.S. But this isn't a U.S. challenge going on right now. We've got craziness going on in almost every country across the globe right now. It's not like you can say, well, I'll leave the U.S. and I'll go to Iceland. It's water from Iceland. Or I'll go to... Every country is experiencing its own challenges right now, as what's been hidden under the carpet or stuffed up in the tree is being shaken loose. Or, put another way, is being illuminated. This is shadow work at its finest. Woohoo! Michael, are you really celebrating? You betcha. This moon is illuminating the darkness, illuminating the wounds, an illumination which has yet to be seen at the highest level. Such a powerful illumination at such a dark time of year. Dark for about 80% of the population. 50% of the planet, 80% of the population lives in that northern hemisphere. These wounds get to come to the surface, so what's hidden gets to be seen. So this is a month, let's be honest, of tears, of fears, of shaking, forgive me, or shaking things up. It's a month where we feel the breakdown, feel the pressure, feel the pain, and let's be honest too, feel collectively uncomfortable and supremely uncomfortable. What's interesting about this is, fa la 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 la, this is supposed to be the month of goodwill, the month of Christmas cheer and so forth. While there will be some of that, it'll be overshadowed by world events and national events and events in our own individual lives. Christmas will be overshadowed. Is Christmas canceled? Christmas is not canceled. It's all about coming to love. But we're not going to feel the holiday cheer this year like we've done in the past. We may be cheering even more on the inside because we're all clearing our wounds at this time. Now, we can view these things, all the things that come up in our lives, all the things that come up in the U.S. Oh my God, is stuff going to come up? All the things coming up across the globe, we can view these things as bad. And certainly the crazy hatred in this government is not to be commended. You don't have to be a left, a right, a whatever. Hatred just ain't healthy. Never was. Never is. Michael, you say there is not good or nor bad. Yeah, but I can talk to you about healthy and unhealthy. What's unhealthy? Junk food. We all know it. What's unhealthy? Eating hatred. That's drinking a poison twice, thinking that you're poisoning somebody else and poisoning yourself. That's going on in this country right now at the highest level. So we can look at these things through the lens of bad or, goody. We can view these things from the lens of, and I see there's stuff up on my screen right now. Oh, well, can't figure it out. We can view these things from the lens of healing. Now we're talking. We can view all of this through a healing lens. That's the lens we get to choose. So I like to say, and New Gen definitely doesn't like it, I like to say everything happens for a reason. And the New Gen goes, that's just too cliche. What I'm going through sucks. No doubt. I get it. I'm with you. Everything happens for a reason if we choose to see and find that reason. If we don't choose to see and find the reason, then it happened for naught, for nothing. So right now, somebody was saying, well, can we talk about events? I'm not talking about the specific events to come. I'm told a lot of stuff is coming down, but not to worry. Please, nothing in this channeling is a message of fear. Everything is a message of freedom. Right now, the amount of hatred in the U.S. government is huge. We're going to block immigrants. We're going to do this. I'm not picking on any one person. And you can go, well, Michael, you're clearly a blue or red. I don't even remember the colors. I'm colorblind. Why? No sides on a round planet. Just ain't. But there is a hell of a lot of hatred out there at the highest level. I don't believe it's at the ground level. At the highest level. And we can go, oh my God, that's bad. Oh my God, they're going to lock people up. They're going to lock people out. They're going to do this. They're going to do that. We could be looking at a World War II over again. We could be looking at, I getcha. I'm with you. And viewed from a higher lens, guess what's happening? Grassroots efforts are springing up everywhere. Grassroots kitchens, grassroots protective networks, against ICE and all of these things. And I'm not saying I'm for or against anything. It is a little bit unnerving being on air and saying any of these things. It's all about love. Grassroots efforts are coming about right now because there is more love on the planet than ever. I'm convinced of this. I'm truly, completely, and totally convinced of it. So the more that we are squeezed, the more that we see injustice, the more that we are horrified, the more it is helping us to go to a place of good. Look at the big protests today. What do you see? People in costume, people singing, people dancing, serious messages, but coming from a place of love, not a place of violence, no matter what is portrayed. It's all coming from a place of love because there is more of it now than ever. I am convinced of it. So we've got this double healing lens right now. The healing lens, that's what's really going on the grassroots level. That's what's going to change everything. It's not going to be changing one dictator or crazy person, whatever country, for another. It's all of us coming together. It's sort of like the age of the guru is dead. It's dead. This is the age of ourselves as the guru. You are the guru. You are the love. You are God. Many people will turn off at this point. You are spirit incarnate. You are not all of it. You are the field of everything, but you are not the everything. You are part of the everything. I'm a part of the everything. I believe I am. All of us are. That's where great change comes. So the one lens is this lens of love that is taking place right now. And it is huge. And the second lens, don't be scared by this word, is the lens of karma. We all live in a karmic universe. Not a karmic universe where this took place because I did that. Bad things are happening because I did that. I can't tell you the number of people who told me, it must have been this past life thing because I've had such a miserable existence. I can't escape this karma. Ain't true. Karmic universe means you live in a universe where nothing gets healed that hasn't been seen. Nothing gets healed that hasn't been seen. That's what we're talking about right now. Everything gets to come to the light. Everything gets to come out. Everything gets to be seen, to be unseen, to be healed, to go poof. So we live in a karmic universe, certainly. Not in a universe where you're beaten by your karma, not a universe where you are damned by a karma. But another word for karma is lessons or teachings. The lesson or teaching must be seen and or experienced in order to learn or grow from it. That's why patterns repeat. That's why, as my mentor said, he married the same woman 3 times. Because there was a karmic lesson he got to get. I'm pretty sure he got it. I love you, Jack. That's what this time period is all about. It's about learning and growing from our karmic wounds, from the past, from what's hidden under the carpet, from all of it. That's what this time is all about, learning and growing. And so, we must, we get to, we need to, we want to, at least our higher self does, see things, feel things, experience things. So, and I'm speaking for myself, and I'm speaking for so many of us, this is an experiential month of tears. So many of us are grieving right now. This is an experiential month of fears. Experiential means it's real, it's happening, it's visceral, it's tangible. It ain't, oh, I just feel bad. No, man, it's real. And this is a month of experiential fears. Oh my God, this. Oh my God, that. OMG, all of it. I get it. And it is an experiential month of challenges. Almost none of us, some of us, but almost none of us get through this month without challenges on our hands. And we will feel them experiential, meaning you're going to experience them or feel them viscerally. You are going to feel the tears, the fears, the challenges. That's not a bad thing. Trust me, you will be fine. You will actually be better than fine. But this is the month of darkness in the north. This is not the month of spiritual bypass. What's a spiritual bypass? I'm really scared in the dark. I'm just going to go hang out in the light. I'm going to go put on some good music. I'm going to forget about all of this. There ain't no amount of YouTube. There ain't no amount of scrolling. Forget about doom scrolling. There ain't no amount of Netflix that can protect you from this. And because we're in the north, there ain't no amount of playing in the sun that can block out everything that gets to be seen. There's an expression right now. Well, the expression's been there forever. So cliche, so true. It's always darkest before the dawn. So true. And, second expression tied into it, all problems fade in the light of day. Equally true. Remember, we're talking about balances. So let's unpack this. Darkest before the dawn, because the things come out, get to come out, that have been buried on the inside. So darkest before the dawn gives us the opportunity to heal that we don't have if we're doing the spiritual bypass and just, I'm love and light, I'm just going to hang out there. Dude, do that. You get to go into the dark. You get to go into the bowels of your soul. We get to go into the bowels. Oh my dear God. Dear Lord. Dear something non-spiritual. Go into the bowels of America. Oh, yeah. There's the Hollywood America, and there's the America right now. Oh, my God. We get to go down into the bowels of all of it and pull up all the muck that's inside of there to bring it to the light of day. But we do not bypass and go straight to the light. First, we go to the darkness before the dawn. If you wonder, holy crap, holy shit, why'd this happen to me? How could this happen to me? And I'm not making light of it. How could this happen at this time? A loss of a loved one, a loss of a way of being, a loss of income, a loss of stability, all of these losses. How could this happen at this time? Because you're playing a bigger game, a much bigger game than you've ever played before. Your higher self knows this. Your soul contract knows this. You came here to play a big game. A mighty big game. And the bigger the challenges are right now, the bigger the game you came here to play. Because you're getting supremely uncomfortable to learn things at such a crazy high level. And oh yeah, I haven't even mentioned, we have a whole month in the School of Mystics. Shameless plug, warning, shameless plug. We have a whole month in the School of Mystics where I'm going to help bring you into the light by helping to heal these wounds. It's called a month of illumination. Bring you from the darkness to the light, and you can try it out for free. And we've got it at the lowest price it will ever be again. How does it get any better than this? 4 Wednesdays each month, live or recorded, just as powerful. Attunements, transmissions, clearings, tapping sessions, meditations, so much goodness, our entire library. I've got the link down below. I'll tell you maybe a little bit more about it at the end. We are going to help you to heal these things. You can also start to do it on your own because the darkness before the dawn is truly here to serve you. Play in the light of day, and you're not focused on what's going on in the inside. You are completely and totally bypassing it. My mom, getting sucked into the hole of dementia right now, just watches the tube almost all day. Actually, she's getting up right now 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, in the afternoon, and then stays awake till 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, just watching the tube as her life slowly fades away. I love you, Mom, but she's completely spiritually bypassing. She's missing going into the dark, meaning going into the bowels of her soul, going into the darkness in order to heal and grow stronger. Now, I'm not judging it. This may have been her soul path. This may have been her soul plan. This may have helped her with the lessons that she gets to learn, because if we are infinite beings having an infinite experience in human form, and we are, I'm beyond convinced of that. Certainly my 2 NDEs had something to do with that. I'm only pointing it out because I really don't believe this is it. It ain't it. If we are infinite beings having an infinite experience, energetic one at that, in human form, this is the tiniest little blip in the radar of our existence. And the bigger the challenge, the bigger the learning, the bigger the teaching, the bigger the growth. And so while we may say in the moment, because we have collective amnesia, I sure as hell didn't sign up for this. Chances are, sure as poop, you did. Or something even better. But we have the amnesic period of our lives, the period of our lives that has already taken place, the period of our lives where we are kind of sleepwalking. And we have the period of our lives starting right here, right now in this moment, as things are being illuminated, where we shake those things free and we begin to live at a higher level. Oh my God, how does it get any better than this? So we can't hide from these things right now, nor are we supposed to. We can't hide because it's so darn dark. All we can do, and the greatest thing we can do, is dance with the wounds we have. Dance with the wounds we have. In essence, let them come out to play. I mentioned I was at the neurochiropractor again earlier today. This is a regular thing. I had a concussion 5 months ago. I got concussed. I got a traumatic brain injury. Whatever you want to label. I don't like labels. Call it what you will. Parts of me are getting better. Parts of me have still been getting worse. 5 months in. And I go to the neurochiropractor today, and he points out some things that are going well, And then he goes, oh my God, this is bad. Well, that's bad. This other thing is bad. Temporary diagnosis, not so good. And says all of these things that are temporarily wrong with me. This dude is he's both crazy and amazing. Most amazing, crazy, love him, genius that I have ever met in my life, perhaps. Certainly in this field. Oh my God. I can go to a pity party. And oh my God, did I want to cry when I left today. And there's still a lot of processing and a lot I may grieve and cry about. Seriously. And I get to dance with these wounds. I get to dance with all of us, all of them. I get to let them come out to play. Do I celebrate them? Yeah, in the long run. Do I celebrate them in the moment? Sort of like the news I got just 10 minutes before the start. This seems to be happening lately. Seems to be a pattern. No! In the moment, it's like, ow. Wow, did that hurt? It's a temporary blip on your radar. Completely and totally temporary. It ain't here to last. It ain't here to bring you down. It ain't here to be your taskmaster. It is here to set you free. In essence, we get to let them come out to play. We get to let the wounds out. We get to let the tears out. We get to let the fears out. We get to take note of all of them and acknowledge them. And not do a pity party, but in a dance, do a party with them. What do you mean? Make yourself your own personal Christmas party where you take in and face the wounds. You turn toward the wounds. You can start, certainly, with this full moon. Oh my God, on Thursday. Is this the perfect time? I'm going to be talking with you, if you come join us in the School of Mystics, free to try, so you can try it. Wednesday night, about how we can face the moon and use it to purify ourselves, use it to clean ourselves, use it to bring out the wounds and begin to heal them. We get to turn toward the wounds, take note of the wounds, dance with the wounds. Make that your Christmas party. Make it a ceremony. Like the cleansing ceremony that you really get to do Thursday night, where you can release the wounds to the supermoon. It can be incredibly powerful. You can do this, certainly, in a light of illumination. What do you think Christmas lights are for? Christmas lights are here to illuminate the darkest days of year, to show you the light that you are, that you came from, that you always will be, and to illuminate what needs to be seen. So you can make this ceremony. Or you could even do it in the darkness of a cave. What do I mean? At night, when you go to bed, don't freak out at your freaking out. What do you mean? Okay, so many of us, when we go to bed, we go, this is wrong, that's wrong, I can't breathe. I'm not making light of it. I've been there. Sooner than I can realize or share. So you may feel like you have a gorilla on your chest. You may feel absolutely terrified. You may feel almost like there are monsters in the room. Understand this is here to serve you. Feel these things. Take them in and release them as well. Heck, keep a journal by your bed. And when these fears come out, write them all down. At night, feel them, take them in, write them down, shred them or burn them, and release them. Shred them and burn them. Yeah, the subconscious mind doesn't know the difference between the written word and the actual emotion or event. So if you have a fear, a terror, a night terror, something, oh my God, write it down in your journal, shred it immediately. You'll feel lighter, you'll feel better. You can do this over and over and over again. Each time you'll feel lighter. But it is a very simple tool you can start using tonight to help you start to clear these things. And you get to take note of it. If you go, I'm just not going to think about it, I'm just not going to think about it, I'm just not going to think about it. Karmically, that will come back louder and louder and louder still until you take note of it, until you acknowledge it, until you see what gets to be seen. People right now, we are all taught to be scared of feeling things, taught to be afraid of what we'll be afraid of. Was it Wilson? Woodrow Wilson? No. It was, oh my gosh, World War II, England. Winston Churchill, I believe. The only thing we have to fear is fear itself. I would say the only thing that we have to fear is the fear that we're fearing, the fear itself. Meaning getting lost in the fear. It's okay to have fear. It's okay to feel fear. Feeling fear may just be the greatest thing in the world. First off, fear can cause you to look both ways before you cross the road. That's pretty awesome. It can help you to change your business strategy or your business model when you need to, as we're doing. That's awesome. And yes, we're giving a live event in Orlando, January 23rd. Do come join us. We're going to have more events around Florida and then around the country as we expand through the year. We're going to do a whole bunch of Florida first, and then we're going to expand throughout the U.S. and Canada throughout the year. How does it get any better than this? But all of that comes out of fear. I'm a superhero in my own mind. I do a bunch of good stuff. I don't know about superhero, but I do a bunch of good stuff. I'm a scaredy cat. I don't know if it came from this concussion. No, it had to have come from the last concussion. A lot worse this time. But I get scared at the drop of a hat. Ain't going to stop me from doing anything. I'll look twice. Ain't going to stop me. I'm going to lean into it. I'm going to learn from it. And then I am going to rise above it. So this is a month where the fear appears to grow, but really the fearlessness grows. This is a month where we rise above our fears. This is a month where we illuminate our fears. And what happens in the light of day? They all begin to fade away. They all lose our grip. This is a month where we face our greatest fears and we will transcend them. And certainly, I am told, it is a month where the news will grow even more grim. It's a month where we will be having a lot of mourning, particularly the mourning for a loss of one's safety or a loss of what women believed in. And that I'm told specifically what women believed in. But there will be so much that comes out, that happens, so much we get to grieve this month that's actually for our greater good. Again, the things that we have to grieve are not inherently bad, though we certainly get to pray for those in need. Pray for those in Gaza. Pray for those in Ukraine. Pray for those certainly in Russia too. Pray for those, oh my God, in Venezuela. Though I am starting to have confidence that the shakedown may actually lead to no war. And I certainly pray for that. Not a soul, not a single person's blood being spilled. Never, ever, 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 ever. Michael, aren't you choosing sides? I don't vote for anybody that will shoot or kill anybody. Are you kidding me? We have evolved so far beyond that. There's so much that will come out. There's so much that's going to happen. So much we get to grieve. And so many people that we get to send love to. But viewed from a collective lens, viewed from that higher level perspective, that ascendant perspective, it is all part of the growth, the change, the upwelling of humanity as the spiritual, energetic species that she is, that you are. You are a divine, immortal, certainly the term today is limitless, energetic being, having a divine, immortal, limitless experience, transcendent experience in energetic form, purporting to be human. You ain't human. This is your meat suit. This is your rental. You could go to expediabodies.com, and I've chose this one. Why did I choose this one? For the lessons you got to get. It's awesome. Your vehicle is awesome. But you are such a divine, immortal, amazing being beyond your body, beyond your apparent supposed limitations. And this is a time where this upwelling of humanity, this upwelling inside of you starts to recognize this. It is awesome. I don't say that lightly. It is amazing. So viewed from a collective lens, this is all part of our growth, part of our change, part of this upwelling of humanity that will help us to rise above all of it. The only way to upwell or rise, or to ignite like the mighty phoenix that you are, is to have these things brought to the surface. And this is a month they're coming to the surface. They're coming to the surface in your life. They're coming to the surface in my life. See somebody writing roller coaster. Absolutely. And I wonder, this week I'm going to have the opportunity to ride a roller coaster. With my concussion, will I do it? And I see people saying, no! The neurochiropractor had a more interesting opinion of that. He said it depends on how my brain does certain tests in the morning. If it passes the test, then go for it and let's see what happens. If it doesn't, then don't. I'm very interested to see how this week goes. All these things are being brought to the surface. Why? Because if they weren't brought to the surface, they would be boat anchors. You try to fly and could not. You try to take flight only to be yanked down to the earth. Or put another way, until these things come up to be played, or to come up for you to play and to be cleared, your wounds will clip your wings. You can't be the phoenix if you don't clear the wounds. Yes, actually, we do a huge clearing at the end of December in the School of Mystics. And how does it get any better than this? Actually, right before Christmas. I'll leave you alone. Leave you alone after that meeting. This is a month we celebrate the clearings. We can do it together. We can do it at the highest level. You can do it in the darkness. You can do it with the moon. But we get to celebrate and give thanks for everything that comes up, even though it may appear to be exceptionally unkind and challenging, to say the least. So it's very important to see what's going on, what the system is doing right now, what the government, your government, my government, whatever country's government you are, to see what your governments are doing. But it ain't good. But it is great. So you can bring light to it. We do not deny anything. We do not say, I do not see anything, my head is in the sand. We do not deny anything. But we do not focus and we do not dwell at the same time. We face things head on. This is not a month to hide in the darkness, to hide beneath the sheet, or to keep one's eyes closed. Quite the contrary. This is a month, as certainly I'm teaching in the School of Mystics. I know lots of shameless plugs, but it's free to try. What have you got to gain? This is a month of illumination, of bringing light to the darkness, of using this in time for incredible healing, for incredible growth, and of shedding the old. And yes, dare I say, with the School of Mystics, this is our, it's on this week, and then it goes away. What do we call it? Our Cyber Monday sale. No, Cyber Week sale. That's what this is. And then a price and free offer go poof. This is a time of incredible healing, of growth, of shedding the old. A month where you can transform, truly. You can transcend. You can ignite the light that is growing bright within you. Michael, I don't have a light growing bright inside of me. We're getting Hannah Bear, my daughter. She's 3.5. She is so into everything right now. But she wants to look at how everything works. She has such an engineering mind, among other things. Spiritual mind, engineering mind, musical mind, on and on it goes. That we are getting her a microscope this week that will go up to 5,000 power. And I believe I'm told it's either 2,000 or 4,000 power microscope. When you start to see the glow, the light that comes off of each and every one of our cells, literally, not figuratively, not Kirlian photography, which is cool. I'm trying to figure out how we can do that, which shows your auras. But every single of your cells, every single one of your cells emits light. You couldn't be anything other than light, no matter how much you try. No matter how much you try. This is the month where we bring that out. This is an incredible month to be alive, an incredible time of transformation and change, an incredible time to truly begin living the life you were meant to lead. And it all starts by facing the darkness. It all starts by facing what's inside of you, What's going on? What are my fears? What are my worries? What are my concerns? Usually we don't even have to ask too deep. They pop up very quickly. What are the fears outside of you? And what are the fears all around you? For this is not a month of quiet energy. This is not a month of quiet noise. This is not a month of quiet anything. Even though we talk about this time of the year, about how silence speaks. This December 2025 ain't about quiet anything, and for good reason. Nothing and no one is quiet. Nothing and no one is quiet. In order that things may be cleared. And how do we clear these things? We face them squarely or head on. And you can start with saying these 3 simple words. Melissa's saying, I am afraid that I will not live my mission. Melissa, you are on your mission. This is something, a BS, bogus, bullshit message that we've been taught, that you are off track, that you're off purpose. You can never be off track or off purpose. There is an easy way, there's a hard way. But every trial, tribulation, and feeling of lost is actually you on your purpose, but with an amnesia knowing, an amnesic side of yourself, that's called the veil, that doesn't let you see it, also purported by a society, by a setup that says if you do not do, if you do not be, if you do not achieve, if you do not have, then you have not done. Or as Dr. Wayne Byard brilliantly put, if I do, then I am, if I don't, then I'm not. You can't be off purpose no matter how much you tried. We can get you an even greater alignment, but you can never be off purpose. You are most welcome, Melissa. We face these words head on, and we say this. 3 words. I love you. Oh, I like that one. I see you. Oh my God, I'm so terrified about what the doctor just told me. I see you. Oh my God, I'm so terrified of what this person said, or that person said, or the other people said, or what I just saw in the news. I see you. It sounds so simple, and yet it is so true. Here is an attunement for this evening. Usually I save the attunements for our School of Mystics. They're an energy-laden transmission that can could dramatically shift your energy. But I want to gift you with one here tonight. My God, I'm sounding salesy. I just want to gift it to you. Maybe that sounds better. Say this statement with me, after me, before me, during me, whatever. Tonight when you go to bed, morning and wake up. It's part of your clearing. And this can help you. And people are saying, oh, I believe this is the message I gave us for Melissa is for me too. It's for all of us. We are all told we're screwed up, we're off track, we're broken, we did something wrong, we can't get there from here. You blew it. You blew nothing. You can't blow this human existence. No matter what you do. No matter what you do, you can't blow it. Ain't possible. Like I said, you can have the easier way or the harder way. Even the easier way is going to have one hell of a challenge or two or plot twist. Because we chose that. It's all awesome. It's all perfect. You are perfect. You don't need to be fixed. This whole self-help movement. We can certainly ascend and transcend and get even better at what we're doing. But you ain't broken. You don't need to be fixed. You ain't off track. Even if you feel completely lost. All right. And you can take that, I feel completely lost. You can take that, I feel completely lost, and you can use this attunement. The ha-ha. Do this along with me. I see you. I see you. I see you, I see you. I see you, I see you, I see you. And I release you, I release you, I release you. I release you, I release you, I release you. You're not needed anymore. You're not needed anymore. You're not needed anymore. You're not needed anymore. I set you free, I set you free, I set you free. You're not needed anymore, I set you free. You're not needed anymore, I set you free. You're not needed anymore, I set you free, I set you free, I set you free. And I am free, I am free, I am free. Woohoo! Yeah, you got to put the woohoo in there. Your own woohoo. The point being, you take note, you look at it, you study it, you observe it. You don't stuff it down. You don't tamp it down. You don't run from it. You take it in, you look at it, and you release it. This doesn't mean you have to relive any wounds. I never said that. If you're raped, dear God, why would I want you to experience that again? If you lost a loved one, dear God, why would I want you to experience that? You take note of whatever the fear, the wound, the trauma is. And I say, I see the fear, the wound, and the trauma. You don't re-traumatize yourself by going back to the experience. You look at the trauma, and you look at the emotion. In fact, you can do it from a higher perspective. Look down at yourself and the emotion. And doing this sets you free. It sets you free by acknowledging it, by seeing it, and by letting go of it. In essence, seeing it is not nearly enough, but it helps you cut the energetic strings or ties. And there is one more piece about this. As I was saying that attunement, I'm going, wait, there's a missing piece. There is, and it's yours for just $19.95. No, there is a missing piece. Forgive me. You, yes, you, me, all of us, must get to do the work. I don't want to do any work. I'm sorry. Sorry and not so sorry. We all came here to do this work. We must write about the learnings. We must write about the gifts. We must write about the teachings. I came back from the neurochiropractor, as I mentioned a couple times earlier today. And Jessica said, what did you learn from the experience? Not what's all the good news. I'd love it if it was all good news. Good news at the end of the day, I'll be fine. Not just I'll be fine spiritually. I'll be fine here on earth. I'll be better than fine. What did you learn? You get to ask yourself, what did I learn? Again, karma is, it keeps coming back until you get the learnings, the teachings. I see you and I learn from you. I see you and I learn from you. I see you and I learn from you. Write about the teaching. Write about the gifts coming out of it. Write about how this process can help you, can change you, can morph you, can help you transcend, ascend, or be an even more powerful, amazing creator version of yourself. So, we do not stop simply by clearing. We do not stop simply by seeing. The learnings must be taught. The learnings must be felt. The learnings must be learned. The learnings get to be experienced. In other months, if we're in the Northern Hemisphere, we got to go to nature. We got to talk with the trees. We got to be barefoot on the earth. This month is about writing all you can. You don't have to be a great writer. If you cannot write, then record it. But get it all down. How am I feeling? What can I learn from this? Why am I experiencing this? How is this here to serve me? What am I learning? How am I feeling? What can I learn from this? How is this here to serve me? Don't worry if you don't get it perfect. And certainly you can come join us in the School of Mystics and get a free month and try it out. And I'll talk more about it real briefly in a minute. But do the inner work. Do the inner work above and beyond anything else. You will have such a magnificent, empowered month. Will you cry more? Almost guaranteed. Even guys, yeah, you'll probably cry more. Will you lose sleep? Initially, probably lose some sleep, and then actually sleep more like a baby at the end of the month. Will you be uncomfortable? Oh, I promise it. Will you feel fear? Oh, more than you could ever imagine. Michael, I can't feel any more fear. Are you kidding? What you can't feel is being numbed up anymore. Nobody can stand being numbed up anymore. That's called depressed. That's trying to block the emotions. Feel it with everything you've got. And you will transform for this month. Actually, you'll transform for every day of your month, of your life ahead. Do the work, play with the darkness, illuminate the wounds, and go for it with everything you've got. Now, very brief note on our School of Mystics. With our, what do we call it? I can't even remember. It's our cyber sale. You can try it for a month for free. 4 Wednesdays live or recorded each and every month at this very time. You get 2 ebooks to help you connect with your guides and help you map out energetically your entire year. And for those in the School of Mystics already, it's going to be in your bonus section. Don't worry, haven't left you out. And you're locking in the lowest price forever coming forward. Our prices go up in January. You're locking in the lowest price we will have offered forever moving forward. How does it get any better than this? Energetic transmissions that shift you 4 Wednesdays each month. Clearings once each month that are so life transformative and powerful. Weekly group intention meditations that help you change, that help you, I guess I can't use that word heal, but others could use that word. Attunements like you got here tonight to shift your energy to a higher level. Understandings, helping you to live at that higher space, helping to call it ascend, call it transcend, call you ignite, call it whatever word you choose. And simply put, you feel so much better, so empowered. And because we have a group, you don't feel alone. You don't feel you have to go it in the blind. You don't have to go it in the dark. You get to go with like-minded individuals, live or recorded. The energy is just as palpable or recorded. Go through this journey together. That's what the School of Mystics is about. And that is why we have a month on illumination, a month that we're helping you to clear, a month helping you to get into the light, a month helping you to release these wounds at the highest level. Put the link down below. Enough said. Either way, alone or with a group, you get to face these things. Be strong. Strong doesn't mean you hide your emotions. Strong doesn't mean you go, I'm not going to cry. Be strong and face these things. Face them, release them, take the learnings and put them in your pocket. Face it, release it, and take the learnings. As the learnings come, as you put them in the pocket, the learnings will come strong and powerfully. That is the month of just December. But you are equal or above equal to the challenge. I promise you this. So keep your pen, and let me say that again. You are equal to the challenge. I am never the guy that says, give me more. Cancel, clear, release. And at the same time, you and me, you and I, both, are capable of so much more than we could ever imagine. Keep your pen, your pen handy, your journal handy. And remember, the pen is mightier than the sword. This is real. So when the wounds come out, write them down as if there's no tomorrow. Please. And remember, if the words on the pages are hurtful, tear them up, shred them, and be done with them. That's a whole nother level of release. But get them out. You'll feel lighter, you'll feel better, you'll feel empowered, and you too will illuminate the darkness. You will bring light to the darkness, bringing light to yourself, bring light to everyone, especially this time of year. Let me let you in on one last secret. Then we're going to go to questions. Then we're going to go to a meditation. I love you guys too. Thank you, Battle Gamer. Here it is. You set yourself free. You begin to set me free. You set all of us free. How does that work? If you're a light and you're shining your light bright, look at the light shining behind me. Tiny little LEDs going bing. And you shine your light bright. It shines your light on everyone, and the day and the life and everything grows brighter for all of us. Somebody's saying, even if it's scary, especially if it's scary. Especially if it's scary. The scarier it is, the bigger the light. That's how I view it. You set yourself free by focusing on everything that gets to be done on the inside this month. Not as I have to do. This isn't I get to do. This is an awesome thing. You set yourself free. You set myself free. And you set us all free for an even brighter today, tomorrow, and especially new year. And now this, to me, is a mighty woohoo! So, do not be afraid of the darkness, even though it's a month of darkness in the north, but see it for what it is, a chance to heal, a chance to clear, and a chance to finally get it out once and for all, whatever's been hidden under the carpet or in the basement to be cleared. It's all to be cleared, to be released, and to set you free. Is it a month of illumination? Absolutely. Is it a month to set you free? More than you ever could imagine. And how does it get any better than this? Oh, how does it get any better than this? Face that darkness, face those fears, face all of it, and you will set yourself free. Woohoo! And thank you, Mia, so much for, oh my God, a $55 donation. How does it get any better than this? Thank you so much, Mia. All right. I'm going to take a sip of, can't believe, Icelandic water, but a special, sacred Icelandic water. My first bottle of it ever? I think so. And then let's answer some questions and do a meditation. And I can't believe I just spoke for a full hour. So we're going to try to keep this a little bit short on the Q&A and meditation side here. And I do wonder, can people hear the crickets? I wonder if you guys can hear the crickets. I'm seeing turn up the music, dance, dance. I'm hearing pump up the volume, pump up the volume. Not dating myself. All right. Quantum Chemist 2965. How much longer will it go on, and when will things finally improve? When will love and compassion replace judgment, greed, and hatred? No matter how many times I try to get an answer to this, the best that I can get is really jibber jabber. The answer is up to us. I cannot get a hard answer. I know there are channels and mediums who will say, after X amount of time, after Y amount of time, after Z amount of time. I don't pretend to have a clue on this one. I think we are more empowered that we realize, and it comes about much sooner if we step into our power. I believe these are last gasps. But now, is it a last gasp of a patient that's going to last a few months, a few years, a few decades? I think it is what we stand up for. And not meaning picket on the streets. I mean doing the inner work. Because the inner work and illumination shifts the outer. Doesn't mean you don't take to the streets. Out of love, you can do everything and anything in your power. Out of love, never against anyone, but always for the light. But it is really how fast and how much we want to do this inner work of going to a place of love will determine how fast we change things. Is that a cop-out? I'm not the guy who can give you that exact date. I don't know that anybody can give you that exact date because it is a continuously changing timeline. It is so dynamic, it is so complex, and it is all about jumping timelines, parallel universes, all of it. Meaning to say, it's all about one thing and one thing only, energy. What's the energy we bring to the game? Strength Comfort Media. Aren't we all here to love our world leaders? Of course, absolutely. Of all countries free so that they make the best, most illuminated decisions possible. We send them all the love we can. All the love we can. At the same time, we empower ourselves because I believe there will be an even greater structure that comes about, that will come about from grassroots. Is this a revolution? Is this an evolution? Is it the natural ascendance of humanity? We can throw whatever label we want on it. But we love everyone up. And who do we love the most? Ourselves. Second most, your enemies. The person that you see, there are no enemies, I put it in quotes. The person that you see on the TV, on the tube, in social media, on TikTok or whatever, that you are so aghast by. Oh my God, send them all the love you can because at the end of the day, not cliche but true, they are you and you are they. And as you begin to help heal their heart, you heal your heart as well. Chef Max, is fear normal? It's hard baked into the system. It is part of, whether you call it the amygdala, whether you call it whatever, hind part of the brain, lizard part of the brain. It is all a design of not just mammalian, certainly everything in the animal kingdom, but also that in the plant kingdom as well. I would wonder about fungi and fear. My guess it's hard baked into all physical life as a mechanism to help us stay in physical form. A healthy dose of fear keeps you from crossing the road without looking both ways. It is simply how we wish to utilize the energy of fear rather than be brought down by it. Somebody was mentioning the quote of fear from Wayne Dyer earlier, and that quote is escaping me of what Wayne Dyer calls fear. I like to call it feeling energy awaiting release and specific release. It's like being on a starting line, being jittery. When you have a specific direction to go in, that fear now becomes your fuel, your superpower. That's why we get to look at it. That's why we get to learn from it. And that's why the release comes from the learnings. Feeling energy awaiting release. Once we release it, it turns into the most powerful fuel in the world. So is it bad? Not at all. It can be the very rocket fuel we need to go to that higher level. Chrissy, what did women believe in? That's what's going to come out this month. I think some powerful stuff. At least that's what I'm told in the channeling. I'm as interested to see exactly what that means as you are, Chrissy, but that's what I'm hearing. Would that be Epstein related? Certainly wouldn't surprise me. Would it be having to do with women's rights? Certainly wouldn't surprise me. Would it have to do something with women and children? Oh my God, yes, is my guess. Do I know specifically? No, I do not. Enabled to rise. Can we figure out what our mission is? I have so many ideas and dip my toe, but without focus, I get no traction. Enabled, there is no one answer. Your job is simply to put the one foot in front of the other. Dip your toe doesn't work. Take one step, then another, without falling for the fear that you may fail. Be willing to fail. Be willing to screw things up. Be willing to go the wrong direction. Out of that comes your greatness. But choose a direction, any direction. Turn that into focus. Give yourself a vow and go for it. Put up a placard. Read it back at night to yourself. Read it in the morning to yourself. The focus comes when you make a decision. So enabled to rise. You know what the decision is you need to make. Make the decision and stick to it, at least for a while. You hit a wall, you turn. You hit another wall, you turn again. But you get to step forward. That's what's super important. You're not stepping forward to out there. It's not about doing. You're really stepping forward in here while a story begins to play out before you. You've got this enabled to rise. Daisy, can we use the technique you taught us to help clear others? Please do, Daisy. Please do, please do, please do. The more we help others, the better. What if they don't want things to be released? They won't be released then. Yeah, can we try? Absolutely. Is it all right for us to meddle? This is what I mean. When I say meddling, I go, moo-hoo-ha-ha. Yes, please, meddle all you can. If it's for people's highest good, meddle. What do you mean? Helping them clear wounds and blocks is always for people's highest good. Go for it. If their higher self doesn't want it, they won't let you do it. If their higher self does, they'll go, woohoo. At least their higher self will. You've got nothing to lose, everything to gain. Will it work? Only if their higher self gives you permission. But that doesn't mean you can't try. Coral bleaching. Do you need to know the why to release? It's a two-step dance. I can do a lot of clearing work on you, and you can do a lot of clearing work on you without knowing the why. Meaning the lesson. I can get you much lighter. unfortunately or fortunately, things may come back in other forms. Don't be afraid by this. This isn't a, oh my God, I'm in trouble, I'm in danger. No. They may come back in different forms, the teachings, until you get the teachings, or the learnings until you get the teachings until you get the learnings. That's hard baked into you, coral bleaching. That's part of the agreement you signed on the other side, saying, I want to learn this, I want to learn that. And then your spirit guides, angels, elders, somebody said, all right, I'm going to have you forget about this contract, because if you don't forget about the contract, you're not going to be able to get the learnings. You need to experience this. Who goes into a game knowing they've already won? Who does anything where the challenge doesn't exist anymore? We came here to have these experiences, and they're awesome even in their apparent awfulness. But those experiences tend to continue until we find the karmic reason for the release. So it's a two-step dance. Like the attunement, we get you much lighter. Like the clearings in School of Mystics, I can get you so much lighter, which is really we can get you so much lighter. And at the same time, you will get to face these things. You will get these learnings. I'm not strong enough, Michael. I'm exhausted. I'm too tired. I can't do it. Oh, believe me, you can do it. Yeah, but Michael, I'm not you. Are you kidding me? If I said meek as a mouse, I ain't exaggerating at times. Particularly if anybody's had a head injury, you know what meek as a mouse means. If I can do it, you can certainly do it. And probably a heck more. And yes, there are lots of quotes like that in the Bible, but it's true. What you are capable of is magnificent, is amazing. No, we are not masochists. We are on the hero's journey. It's awesome. It just doesn't feel it in the movie. We would never look at somebody in a movie, they're going through the hero's journey, we're rooting for them, and we're saying, man, they're going through hell, they're a masochist. No, we would go, come on, you can do it. I want a good ending here. That's the same for you. Come on, you can do it. I want a good ending. I want a good year for you. I want a good month for you. I want a good day for you. You've got this. And I don't say that as a woo-woo, foo-foo, la-di-da-di-da. I say that as a, you can do this. You are such an amazing, energetic being, an all-knowing creator at the highest level on the other side of the veil, meaning beyond this amnesia that you're experiencing. But you are given the amnesia so that you can play the video game and rock it. All right, I'm going to take a sip of water, and yes, how does it get any better than this? Then we're going to do a really, 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 really brief meditation. I say really, really, really brief, and sometimes it gets longer. But energetically, I'm looking at how my head is doing, because we've gone well over. We've got, 75 minutes here. This is where you usually go, okay, we're good. Rocky running up the Philly stairs. I have a picture of me holding my bike, I think above my head, after I ran up the Philly stairs for Rocky, and it is pouring down rain, and I've just done a 5,000-mile, 40-day journey, and it was a day where there was record flooding at that time. There's probably been a lot more since then in Philly, and I ran up the stairs and held up my bike. We've all got that inside of us. Each and every one of us has that inside of us. Hello, from Malaysia, back to teaching. Seems they couldn't get enough of me, so I'll be teaching 4 days a week in English and math in Langkawi, Malaysia. Had to share this excitement. Woohoo! Oh, it's Mark LeBlanc. Oh my God, we love you, Mark. We love you, Mark. We love you, Mark. Congratulations. That's what this is all about. How does it get any better than this? All right. I've suddenly developed a raging headache. Actually, it's coming back to play. They say this is part of the healing journey. But what it means is, let's try to keep this extra brief and extra short. I'm closing my eyes to see if I can hear what we get to meditate on. All right, we're going to try this super short and sweet. I do much longer meditations in the School of Mystics, but I just gave a lot of energy here tonight, and I'm told that I get to shut it down. Come join us Wednesday. It's free. And Thursday, oh my God, Carrie K. How does it get any better than this? How does it get any better than this? All right. So let us, peppermint oil. Yes, we used a whole bunch of peppermint oil yesterday. And the wild and craziest thing is I could barely smell it. It's part of the concussion healing. Peppermint seems to be the strongest thing I can smell, and even that was crazy weak. It is so wild. But I'm looking here at an energy bar I just had before this, an organic energy bar, which one of the main ingredients is peppermint. Ta-da! All right, let's close our eyes, pitter-patter our feet against the floor. Regular, derriere, minimus, or maximus, on chair, the couch, or wherever you may be. Breathing nice and slow, deep down to the belly and out. In through the nose, down to the belly and out through the nose. In and out. In and out. Now, as you continue to breathe, nice and slow and deep. Yes, very good. I want you to take note. Well, first, I want you to know you're safe. You're surrounded by goodness. In fact, you're surrounded by everybody here tonight, past, future, and present. You're surrounded by such goodness, such greatness, such safety, and such love. And in this place of perfect love and safety, I want you to notice that you're standing on the edge of a mirror pool. A beautiful, still pool of water before you. It's night. It was completely dark. But now in the mirror pool where you see is the most amazing reflection of the most incredible supermoon you have ever seen. This moon is warming. This moon is peaceful. It's comforting. But it is bright. In fact, if you look at the moon too long, you start to feel a little queasy, a little sick inside. And so we want to move through this moon quickly. We want to appease the moon. We want to take care of the moon. We want to use the energy of the moon. And how do we do that? Well, I want you to take note of one great fear you have in your life right now. Doesn't have to be the biggest. One great fear. It's not going to work out. I'm not going to get things right. I can't do it all in time. I could get hurt. A loved one could get hurt. People could get hurt. Take note of one great fear. And I'd like you to take that fear, kind of scoop it out of your heart. Put it there before you and raise it up to the moon in front of you. See it begin to glow. You see it glowing before you. Glowing in the moon, glowing in the reflection of the moon, glowing right before your eyes. And you say, I see you, I see you, I see you. I see you, I see you, I see you. And then as you look at it, as you observe it, ask, what is the message? What is the learning? What is the teaching or the takeaway I can take from you, fear? What can I gain from this? Can you see it, feel it, hear it, almost touch it, taste it, what the learning is, what the teaching is? And now what I'd like you to do, you can almost imagine that it's a fish, a wiggly fish squirming in your hands. I would like you to take this fish and throw it gently, kindly, into the water with everything that you've got. Release this fish into the waters of the moon. See it dive deep. See it melt and go away. See it transformed and transmuted by the moon. Until out of the waters where you threw that fish, where you throw that fear, where you threw that fear, you threw that wound, comes the most incredible Christmas-wrapped gift box you could ever imagine. It comes floating up almost as if it's being carried up by a hot air balloon. Maybe you even see a Willy Wonka hot air balloon pulling this gift box up and out of the water. A gift box that was once fear now becomes one of your greatest gifts. And see it float over to you. See it gently land before you. Forget about drones. We've got Willy Wonka balloons. See that box land before your feet, before your very eyes. And know before you even open it up, there is something magnificent and incredible in there just for you. What is it? It's what your heart desires. It's what you've yearned for. And it's your reward for facing that fear, learning from it, and then releasing it. Again, what is it? Only you can say. Maybe take a moment to open that gift box right now. And put that gift on your heart. Breathe it in. Breathe it out. Breathe it in. Breathe it out. Breathe it in and out. And give thanks, and give thanks for every fear you have. Isn't just metaphorically, isn't just metaphysically, but literally in disguise is the greatest gift in the world for you, or something even better. So I send all my love your way and wish you the most amazing evening ahead, the most amazing supermoon ahead, the most amazing School of Mystics if you come join us ahead. Woohoo! And then, of course, Carrie K Thursday, but an incredible December ahead. This is your month. This is your chance. This is your month. This is your life. And this is your most amazing chance to shine. Not even because of the dark, not even in the darkness, but especially because of it. Woohoo! I send all my love your way. I'll put the link one more time, or have my team put the link one more time to the School of Mystics down below. Thank you for everybody who is sharing. Thank you for everybody who is doing the work. And if you want this on a daily basis, if you want something to bring you up, to really help you transcend, ascend, and vibrate at the highest level on a daily basis, it's free. dailywoohoo.com. That's my daily newsletter, such a watered down term. Daily energy transmission to bring your energy up each and every day. Totally free. dailywoohoo.com. Send so much love your way. And now let me put on, if I can here, some music from my dear sister, Ayla Ray. See if I can actually find that music here tonight. I had trouble with the buttons last week, which was an exciting week to say the least. Here we go, and lots of love. Thank you, Aya Bear. You've got this. Thank you, Ann Bear. Thank you to every member of Dream Team. Thank you, Super Bhavik Bhavster. Thank you. And of course, thank you, Universe. Woohoo! Lots of love.
Every day there's a new horizon. Birds keep on singing, earth keeps on spinning. Time to toss any fears that rule you. Dance to vibrations, no limitations. Shine, hold the sun. catch those dreams, swimming beside you, yours for the taking, no more just waiting.